Okay, so given the issues that I was faced during the demo, I've decided to make this quick video. Hopefully you will watch it and hopefully you will get a better idea of what should have happened, and not entirely sure at this stage why it didn't work or why there were issues with it. I thought latency might have been one of them, but to disprove this, I'm currently forwarding all of my SSL traffic through ns1.nnsvr.net, which is, if you GeoIP that, it's in the States. So, we're not even in the same country at the moment. This is going straight out of the UK, cross continent, back, and porting that through there. So I'm just going to go over rainbow tables because I finished that prematurely and didn't see the results of that. I'm going to show you the exploitation of the system again and showing you the terminal working properly, and I'm also going to show you the Metasploit reporting features and just talk through some of that. So those three things that I'm going to cover right now that I didn't properly get a chance to do in the demo because stuff kept falling apart. So first thing we're just going to fire off is a system exploitation, so down to Windows SMB.42.api, which is an exploit for the SAML file share on Windows XP Service Pack 0 2001. Shell bind TCP, wait for that to load, 10.0.0.57. So on those drop-down functions, it's going off, calling through Java, through to JRuby, through to Metasploit, which is written in Ruby, and then all the way back to give us our results there. So that's going to go off and spawn off. Let's just have a look at the nodes to see the effect that the job's having on the cluster. So this is spawning, so this is going to use up a lot of CPU and memory on the nodes themselves, so you'll see the memory increase in all of them and the CPU capacity increase as well once it polls. It should poll in 5 seconds, maybe slightly later because of the US connection, but it's gone through anyway. Hopefully it will be exploited, which it has been, so that's great. So view the report, connect and disconnect, which will close the session as well. So hopefully this will fire up a lot quicker, which has done. There we go. ipconfig, blah 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 blah, which is the test I did before. Right, now here's the one that failed. So if we run there, you'll see in real time the response coming back like that. So, and then the whole of the response came back right live. Some very interesting algorithms to determine whether or not there's more stuff left back in the buffer, because you've got to remember the buffer's being handled by Java at this point. It's not being handled by the HTML. So there's code running in the back end using Ajax and XML to determine what's exactly going on with the session, actually bringing back our session. So the same works for returning all of the files in the directory. It brings it back pretty well, and this is going cross-continent to the States, so latency really not that much of an issue. So going back to the main, what did I say we wanted to take a look at? Rainbow tables generation. Sorry, not generation. Password crack. So MD5 hash. Grab it from here. I've got a hash here. Pop this in, and that will go off and generate. While that's going off, sorry, not the reports. Well, anyway, the report section lists all of the reports that have been done. You can click on them, and then it will. Well, in fact, we've got another report here now, so refresh that. Ooh. Did it generate in time? Search finished, clear text not found. That's why there's no report being generated. Okay, well, if we take a look at that, we can see that all of the blocks have been negotiated successfully between three nodes. Obviously, the other one didn't start up in time and missed the actual polling of it. Not a problem, it dealt with that. So the clear text wasn't found. If we go over to workspaces, this is all handled by the database, which is called Metasploit. There are quite a few issues with actually dealing with the libraries that deal with database connections, which have to be compiled from scratch, and some other little tricky bits. But here we can see all of the systems that I've run checks against, the services it's found, and the vulnerabilities that it has identified. So vulnerability assessment, which I went over during the demo. So the intensity does 1024 ports. Core services just does the main ports, and Intense does a lot of ports. TypeScan, TCP, SYN, and ACK. These are all called straight through Metasploit and use the auxiliary modules within Metasploit to deal with these. Whether or not, if you want to check the exploits, this is a service that's built into Metasploit that allows you to check to see if the system is actually vulnerable before actually going ahead and exploiting it. Or we can just go ahead and exploit it, which will bring back our session. And the automated attack, literally, you put in the host and it goes off and scans it. In fact, regards rainbow table generation, I'm going to show you this. If I just get up another service CD image, it's easier to show it in here rather than in the cluster. NetBeans projects, NetSharp. Sorry, yes, here we are. Java attack, jar, NetSharp, jar. So I've been running these rainbow tables, and they take, like I said, about a day to generate 50 megabytes. This one's designed so that I don't have to put any command lines up, and it's just starting the algorithm. So we've got one portion of our table done here, the next portion of our table, and the third portion of our table wasn't quite done. We can see the status there. So it didn't complete. It's picking up after this block here, and it's resuming, and it's now started and carrying on the clear text hash reduction, clear text hash reduction. I forgot to say in my demo that the reduction function works by taking the MD5 hash, which is hex, which is ANF to 0 to 9. It takes that, converts it to an integer, and then puts that against our key string, which is explained in the report. That then generates a hash, which is obviously unique based on MD5 hash. There will be collisions because MD5 does have the same hashes for the same things, but very rare ones. That's dealt with in the rainbow tables as well, along with alerts, which is when the reduction function finds a similar reduction function, but when it actually goes through the expense of another cryptanalysis round, it doesn't actually find it and puts it back in. Those are the main things that I didn't get across in the demo. There's a bunch of other things, but for the sake of time and the space of actually uploading this thing, I'm not going to go into any further detail. I really hope I got across what I wanted to, and maybe enjoyed it more than anything. Thanks.